The Joe Rogan Experience.
How are you enjoying doing your podcast?
I love it, especially since I've been thrown out of work by the
Right.
strike, so it's what I have left plus the touring. But that, touring is a couple of weekends a month. Podcasting doesn't take that much time either. I don't do it every day like you, but it's nice to have an outlet. It's also nice to be able to talk to people uh, in a non political way. I mean,
Yeah.
my show is for, let's say, people who know things. My HBO show.
Right.
You just can't really enjoy that show or watch it if you're clueless. It's like I'm speaking in Chinese.
Right.
So, and that's okay. That's a lot of the people in this country that would describe. They're not involved in politics or what goes on in the world, or, don't ask them what the ACLU is or NATO. These things are just not on their radar. And that certainly also describes a lot of celebrities. Their intelligence is artistic intelligence generally, I would say. It's a different kind of intelligence. It's not worse or better, it's just different. So to be able to talk to a lot of people on Club Random in a setting where I can just be high as a kite and constantly blowing pot smoke in their face. First of all, it's just a joy. It's a sign of the progress that this country has made. To think that I used to sweat bullets going through every airport in this country because I had this much little pot that I was hiding under my balls.
Right.
That's really where I hid it.
Yeah.
So that if the dog sniffed it, that they'd be embarrassed, I hoped, to look there. And now I can freely smoke pot in a nationally aired program is kind of amazing. So I'm enjoying the fuck out of it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's also nice to have like a pretty completely open format so conversations can really air out.
Right.
When you don't have to
Yes.
worry about running out of time. And
Right.
you also can kind of let them breathe a little, because sometimes you really want to let someone talk for a long time before you try to interject and pick apart their argument. You really want to. I want to know what you're really
Yeah.
thinking. I don't want to be
And
confused.
Again, that's kind of what you pioneered,
Yeah.
and we're grateful for it. And I do like that. I also find it's interesting. The setting makes a big difference as to what arouses the furies on the left. If I said so many of the things that I've said on Club Random, on a podcast, on Real Time, on HBO, they would have had my head.
Yeah.
But somehow, when I say it in the setting of the podcast, in my own home, blowing the pot smoke, somehow it's okay. And I find that very interesting.